everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the former MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons as they take on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
The man back in purple in 2019, Dan Bailey, to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Falcons set to take over, and it's Matt Ryan at quarterback in his 12th season now. Better than 4,900 yards, third best in the league, but the Falcons did not have things go their way last year, finishing 7-9, a full 6 games out of first place. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go,
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. And here's the offense now, Charles. Who's the guy you chose to highlight?
The tone setter, the guy in the middle, Alex Mack. His return, never good for the opposition.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Now Ryan. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith's play has been so good in the NFL that he demands the respect of everyone. And I remember a couple of years ago when we talked about the top safeties, his name didn't come up in the first group. It does now. I remember doing a game a couple of years ago where the Rams were trying a lot of razzle-dazzle stuff. And Mike Zimmer, his head coach, pretty much said, sick him to Harrison Smith, and he ended that in a hurry. He can play close to the line of scrimmage, can also cover deep.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Ryan. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Minnesota's set to take over on offense, and if you're a Viking fan, you probably recognize that voice in the background. That is one Alan Roach, the PA announcer here in the stadium this year. You talk about having the golden pipes, my goodness. In addition to doing the Vikings, his childhood team, this guy's done Super Bowls, Pro Bowls, the draft, the Olympics, the World Cup, hockey, basketball, baseball. I mean, you name it, he's done it, and we're certainly thrilled to have him as part of the broadcast packet.
Welcome, Alan. Great to have someone with the big voice along for the ride.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the dump-off at second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Check 59, Mike,
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now, before Atlanta starts this drive on offense, let's look at what the upcoming season might hold for them. 7-9 last year. Now, offensively, they still have a lot of weapons. Defensively, can they make an uptick in 2019?
They certainly have to, and you're right about the weapons on offense. Matt Ryan continues to churn out the numbers. Julio Jones is out wide, maybe the best receiver in football. Devontae Freeman makes his return healthy at running back. On the defensive side, though, Dan Quinn, their head coach, does recognize they will go as far as the defense will take them. He has taken over the reins as his defensive coordinator, his own defensive coordinator this year, and his specialty, teaching guys to rush the passer.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 7th down.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy, and who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That's good for 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On 1st down, it's Freeman. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. Oh, nearly. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On third down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Ready, you ready? Mike 54. All right, here we go. Let's go.
They'll run here with Freeman. Stays on his feet, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends in a touchdown run from Devontae Freeman. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike. The hunt. Ready. What's that? You ain't got nothing. 59 Mike.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. But a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Cook. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cook running right. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Cousins the thrower. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 6 yards away. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A drive there of just 4. It's polished off by a Viking score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, Ryan. This one new.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play wildcat quarterback for you as well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Falcons going to use as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Here's Ryan to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the out Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And the 35-yard line at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. As time expires in the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins. The throw complete to Beebe. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike, 45. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. All that only nets him a yard. It's second down.
Mike, let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Bailey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10, just outside the 30.
They still playing set. Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw is Coos.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. 42 Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point try by Bailey. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And
they had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Ryan. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 72 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Focus, defense, focus.
And he's got this down to the 35. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup.
Continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Bailey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice and seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.